Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I have an Oliver with me today. He was in my chair, so I figured we'd just snuggle while I talk to you guys about my pregnancy and the fact that I am now officially 24 weeks as of today. So this is viability day, or as I've seen people talk about it on the mommy Facebook group that I'm in, which means if for whatever reason I was to go into premature labor, there's a good chance that the baby could survive as long as they're developed enough. At least I think that's what all that means. So it's all pretty exciting. Let's just ignore this little quilt rack over here. That was one of those things we have in this house that just needs to find a home and hasn't yet. So it's just kind of getting pushed around until we find a place for it. But yeah, so 24 weeks. I think it's been a few weeks since I filmed a pregnancy update. I think my last one, look at the face he's making. Oh, what is that? He does that all the time. He does it all the time. Anyways, yeah, I think it's been a few weeks since I filmed a pregnancy update. I think I was probably around 21, 22 weeks, my last pregnancy update. And that's just because there hasn't been a whole lot going on worth mentioning. There still isn't a lot going on worth mentioning, but I just thought that I'd go ahead and make a video just so you guys kind of know where everything's at. The baby is okay, he's leaving now. The baby is doing really well. I have another appointment coming up here soon. I really need to call and find out when it is because I've completely forgotten. I can't find my reminder card, so kind of need to call the doctor and find out. But anyways, yeah, not a whole lot's going on. Baby is still healthy. The most notable thing that's been going on is that I'm definitely feeling him move a lot more and a lot more strongly. Last time I talked to you guys, I think I mentioned that I had started feeling some more kicks. Like I could tell it was kicks. Before it was more like a rolling sensation. Now, but then like my last video I was like, yeah, I can tell when it's a kick, but it was still like more rolling sensation going on. Now I don't really feel the rolling sensation anymore. It's very distinguishable kicks. My husband and I, if you're wondering what that is, Molly is itching herself and scratching the floor at the same time. So that's what that was. But my husband and I were finally able to feel him move with our hands, which was like a completely awesome feeling. It was just, I don't know. I mean, it was like completely different from feeling it on the inside. Being able to feel it on the outside was just like, whoa, you know. It was really awesome. My husband has only been able to feel it once like that. I have felt it 2 or 3 times since then like that. He is very active in the evenings and mornings and sometimes somewhere around the middle of the afternoon. It's only for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes at a time. There have been a few times when he's been extremely active later into the night when I'm like trying to sleep. And that's very distracting because I just want to lay there and enjoy it, which, I mean, I can. I don't work or anything, but it's kind of like, okay, go to bed now. But it's still really neat. I'm really enjoying it. That's pretty much the only major change is just being able to feel him move more strongly, but it's also really neat. As for weight gain, I haven't weighed myself in a while, but everything's still pretty much fitting the same clothing wise. So I'm assuming it hasn't really changed much. Last doctor's appointment, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but the baby was weighing in at 1.5 pounds. So we'll see how much bigger he's gotten at my next appointment. So I probably have had a little bit of weight gain there because he's, you know, the goal now is for him to put on weight and get bigger. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot, you know, really going on. I haven't really had any cravings. I haven't had any, I've been wanting more sweets. I haven't had any like discernible cravings like I want this particular thing. But I have been wanting more sweets. Whereas in my first trimester when I could eat, I wanted a lot of fruits and vegetables. Now that I'm into my second trimester, I'm like, give me all the chocolate or cake. Chocolate and cake. Which is weird for me because I'm really not a big fan of chocolate. But I just been wanting sweets and candies. And so I'm like really trying to curb that. Anytime I really want something sweet, I'm trying to eat fruit. But that is easier said than done. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, there's not really been a whole lot going on with my pregnancy. It's all just been kind of even smooth sailing. I have had some back pain, but it's not any worse than what it was in my last couple of videos when I mentioned it. When it gets unbearable for me, it's like a buildup. It's like the muscles are squeezing, and it's like it's a buildup over several days. And then finally, when I like can't take it anymore, I just tell my husband, and he gives me a back massage, and then I feel good for several more days. I could take medication if I wanted to, but I really don't want to take anything. So far this whole pregnancy, the only medication I have taken was antibiotics for whooping cough, which I had to take those when I was like, I think I wasn't very far along. I was like maybe 8 weeks. And I'm still like stressed out about having to take the antibiotics in my early stages of pregnancy, even though those antibiotics were safe to be taken when pregnant. Stuff like that just, I don't know, it just makes me nervous, makes me uncomfortable. I would rather handle things as naturally as possible. So I did go a while there when I was getting headaches. Those have finally stopped. When I was getting the headaches, I was just laying down in a dark room, you know, drinking lots of water, just doing everything I could naturally to take care of it without having to take any pain medications, which I have not taken, like I said, any kind of medication other than the, sorry, I haven't got like something, like an eyelash or something, like, so if you see a lot of blinking going on, I'm having some vision problems. But yeah, the only medication I've taken this whole pregnancy so far has been the prescription antibiotics that I had to take for whooping cough at the beginning of my pregnancy. But yeah, there's, like I said, not a whole lot going on. I am getting more energy, which is good. I've been able to do more things around the house without getting so tired, whereas before I was just getting drained and exhausted all the time. I've actually been able to start cleaning more, which our house kind of like fell into shambles during like my first half or so of pregnancy because I was always sick and exhausted, and so we just had a lot of clutter and things needed to be really cleaned, and I was just like, F it. So yeah, it was getting really bad around here, but my energy level has picked up and I've been able to do more. I finally got our bedroom cleaned out, got rid of a lot of old clothes we need to get rid of, like sorted through, got all of our dishes done and our kitchen cleaned. Yeah, things have greatly improved around here, but otherwise, yeah, there's not a whole lot, like I said, to talk about. I'm not having any serious pains or discomforts. I do occasionally get round ligament pain or feeling of things stretching. That does happen, but that's not something that I have on like a daily basis. That's something that's like occasional. So like, I don't know. I wouldn't even venture to say once a week. It's like every couple weeks or so that I even notice anything. Sometimes I do notice my belly is getting hard, but that's like, I don't even feel any pain with that. I don't even notice that it's happening. It's just like I'll touch my belly and it'll be hard. I'm like, whoa, when did that happen? And then it goes away. It's not something that's constant, if that makes any sense. But so far, like I said, pretty much smooth sailing. So I'll go ahead and show you guys my belly and then we can kind of wrap things up. So this is what my belly is looking like. I am, like I said earlier, officially 24 weeks pregnant. Still not a whole lot going on in the belly department. I mean, it is a little more rounded. It gets a little bit bigger. I'm noticing that my regular undershirts are getting a little bit shorter on me. Before, this shirt would hit more, like a couple inches down, a little bit lower. So they are getting a little bit shorter, but they still fit otherwise. Yeah, still not super showing at this point, which is fine by me. I figure the longer it takes to like really pop out, you know, the easier it'll be for everything to go back to normal afterwards. Still not really wearing any maternity clothes. I've got a few things that I do wear just because I like to wear them, but nothing that I have to wear. I'm not at that point where nothing fits. Most of my clothes still fit, so that's good. But yeah, that kind of wraps everything up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. He was grabbing her by the collar and slammed her head in the room. She was kicking his butt last night, but he's kind of doing it one-handed right now. He's not even standing up. He's laying on the ground. So I think last night he was just letting her win. She was beating the crap out of him. He just laid there and didn't move.
I couldn't get zombies, but then I saw that.
I think he's trying to do to her.
What he did when Oliver was a kitten, which was, grabbing by the collar and hanging him up by his collar. And he done that with Oliver. But she's too big and he can't quite get hold of the collar to hang her by it.